Make a little bacon for breakfast. This is special bacon. My father raised a couple of hogs last year and was nice enough to share the meat. And so we're having some of my dad's bacon this morning. You might ask why I'm cooking over a jet boil when I have that beautiful 17-inch Blackstone next to it. Well, when we were packing for the trip, I was trying to cut some of the stuff we didn't need, and there was a bag of propane adapters in the storage bin there, and I didn't pay close attention to them, and I figured they were the extras for our hot water heater here, but they weren't. They were the connector that goes right there that connects the Blackstone to our propane tank. So, cannot use the Blackstone. But good news, Silverton Hardware allows you to ship Amazon to them, so Amazon to the rescue. We should have a connector here in a day or two. But until then, no problem. Just cook a little bacon over the jet boil.
After breakfast, we loaded up the pups and took off on Stony Pass, headed towards Creede, Colorado. We took a side road up to the old Buffalo Boy tram house. The tram house itself is still in relatively good condition, and suspension cables still run from the upper tram house all the way down the mountain. We came across a large herd of sheep, tended to by 3 Great Pyrenees dogs. No shepherd, just the dogs, but they were doing a mighty fine job. The sheep weren't fazed by people or the vehicles, but those dogs never took their eyes off of us. I mean, we did have 4 barking dogs in our car, so. The sheep were really cool to look at, and of the tens of hundreds of thousands of sheep that were out there, 1 black sheep. So the old saying, 1 black sheep, holds true in this case. After we crossed the Continental Divide at 12,650 feet in elevation, the trail started to live up to its name. It got narrower and much steeper. There was a really rocky section that, through a comedy of errors, we ended up doing 3 times. After going through the section the first time, we got concerned about gas. We wanted to go to Creede, but Creede was more than 45 miles away, and we had less than half a tank of gas. We had no cell reception, so I couldn't check to see if there was even a gas station in Creede. So we made the tough choice to turn around. After driving through that rocky section a second time, we ran into a group coming from Creede. They assured us that there was indeed gas in Creede, and that the road really opened up after the rocky section. They said we would be in Creede in just a few hours, so we turned around yet again, went through the rocky section for a third time, and final time. road really widened up and got quite pretty. We crossed Pole Creek, and then we entered into the Rio Grande Reservoir. Josh found what he has, to this day, called his very favorite restroom. There were some public restrooms, like a pit toilet, out right at the end of the Rio Grande Reservoir that overlooked the entire length of the lake with the beautiful mountains behind it. I'm not sure many people can claim a favorite restroom, but this one's Josh's. We pulled into Creede, and first things first, we got gas. I knew there was a ghost town on the north end of town, so we went to check that out. We ended up driving the Bachelor Loop, which was really pretty, and at the end was one of the most impressive mills of our whole trip. It was massive. It's named the Last Chance Mine. Built in 1891, it was a silver mine, named by the original prospector, Theodore Renninger, who was down to his last $5. He told his friends, "See y'all later, this is my last chance to strike it rich." He went up the mountain and his burro got loose. He sat down on a rock and started hitting it with a hammer. He found a vein of amethyst and silver, thus his last chance mine.